Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about believing in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will, and nothing is gonna work out the way you want it to. Okay? At the end of the day, if you want something, you have to be willing to believe in yourself and realize and know that you are capable and not surface level. We're talking about deep rooted beliefs in yourself. Believing in yourself so deeply that you're not letting anyone or anything get in the way. Believing in yourself so deeply that no matter what obstacle comes across your path, you're not letting that derail you. Believing in yourself so deeply that if somebody says something to you, you don't care. You push that off because you know that you are worthy, that you are capable, that this was put on your heart for a reason. And if you are given something, if something is put in your mind that you want to do, God gave that to you for a reason. He believes in yourself. Now you should believe in yourself. Okay? And just remember that. God is always going to believe in you. He's just waiting for you to see it too. And if you don't see it, you're not going to get what is meant for you. You're not going to do the things that are meant for you because you are the only one holding yourself back. Okay? When it comes to anything in life that you want to do, that you want, that you desire, that you dream about, you have to believe that it's for you. You have to believe that you are worthy of it. And this comes through practicing, through, telling yourself those affirmations every time a negative thought comes up that you don't deserve it, pushing those thoughts out of the way. It's like anytime you're having those negative thoughts, you have to get rid of them. You have to push them away. Because it's like cancer cells. Okay, if you're giving sugar to it, if you're feeding it, it's going to keep growing, it's going to keep expanding until that's the only thing that's left in your body. You have to deprive those negative thoughts of that sugar, of that energy. You have to be willing to, as soon as you have those thoughts, because we're human. I'm human, I have those thoughts as well. I have to be willing to stop those thoughts, my thoughts, in my track. I have to stop myself in my own tracks and push those thoughts out of the way. Because those negative thoughts are only fueling that side of you that doesn't believe that it's for you, that, doesn't think you can do it. But the truth is, you can. And I'm assuming what it is that you're wanting to do is something that other people have done before. And if other people can do it, so can you. There's nothing special or different about that person that you don't have or that you can't have. The only difference is that they believed in themselves enough to be able to do it. They believed in themselves deeply, because you can't have a surface level belief. You have to change who you are as a person. You have to change your thoughts in general to be able to believe in yourself. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing in life, or it's just believing that you're worthy of good things. That is enough. That's enough to be able to say, hey, I need to change the way that I think. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to believe that you want to be a millionaire or things like that. I'm just talking about believing in yourself in general. Being able to trust yourself that you can talk to people, that you are allowed to be confident, that you can shine, that you can shine your light, that you can be who you are meant to be. And that is enough. It doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, I have to believe in myself that I am worthy of millions and millions of dollars and this and that, whatever. No, I'm just talking about belief in general. You should always believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, what do you believe in? If you don't believe in yourself, what are you believing in? You're believing in everyone else. You're believing in those negative thoughts, or even if you believe the negative thoughts about yourself, change those thoughts. And you're probably sitting there like, oh, that takes time, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it took you 20, 30, 40, 50 years to have the thoughts that you have now. So yes, it's going to take some time to change those negative thoughts to positive thoughts. But you have to stop feeding into them. Even if at first you just catch yourself and just stop, that's more than enough. With time, you'll be able to replace those thoughts with good thoughts. And just think about it. Why, if you want something, why are you thinking about the things that you don't want? And I literally caught myself doing this last night. I was like, well, I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to do this, or, that I'm not going to be able to provide for my future child, that we're going to struggle, this and that. Why am I thinking about those things if that's not what I want? I want to be able to provide for my future child. I want to be able to provide for my family. I want to be able to take care of myself, my family, and make sure that we're all okay and that we're happy and that we're able to do the things that we want. So why on earth am I thinking about a future that I don't want? It doesn't make sense. The more you feed into that and give that energy, the more likely that is going to happen. What you fear is what ends up happening. Okay? So stop fearing those things and start focusing on the positive. Start focusing on the things you do want. Like I said, why are we giving energy to something that we don't want? Why are we feeding sugar to that cancer that we don't want? It doesn't make any sense. You should be feeding it healthy thoughts, healthy things to get rid of that thought in general, completely. And don't get me wrong, we're human at the end of the day. There's always going to be just a little bit of self-doubt. But I'd rather have this little bit of self-doubt that I can kick away, versus having just all of me be self-doubt and I can't get rid of it. I try flicking it, but it's so hard and it's so stubborn that I can't get rid of that thought. That's not what I want. Okay, and I'm sure that is not what you want either, so we have to focus on stopping those thoughts in their tracks and getting rid of them. Like I said, even if at first you're not able to replace it immediately with a positive thought, just stop it. Be like, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I'm focusing on. And that's more than enough. Like I said, with time, you start replacing it with a positive thought. With time, you start changing the way that you think because you're conditioning yourself to not let yourself have those thoughts. And that's what I'm working on at the moment. Because like I said, why am I focusing on a negative thought, on a negative future that I don't want for myself? Instead, I should be focusing on what I do want. And that's what I'm working on right now. On visualizing a future that I love, that makes me happy, that works for my family and I. Because that's what I want at the end of the day. Believing in yourself should be automatic. Okay, but for one reason or another, we're raised to think differently, or just growing up, we start thinking a different way. And then it becomes something that is not as easy for us, right? But this is within you. You should believe in yourself. You are the only person that you have at the end of the day. And I need you to start becoming obsessed with changing the way that you think. I need you to start becoming obsessed with believing in yourself. Be your number one hype woman. Be your number one hype person. Your own Be your own cheerleader. Sorry, I can't talk sometimes. Because if you're not your own cheerleader, who else is going to be? And you can have a super supportive partner, a super supportive family, but if you don't believe in yourself, you're going to self-sabotage at the end of the day. You have to be willing to believe in yourself. You have to be willing to take responsibility for your own thoughts. You have to become obsessed with believing in yourself, become obsessed with you. And I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in a good way. Realize that you are capable of doing anything that you set your mind to. Realize that you are worthy and deserving of your dreams just because you exist. There's nothing special that you have to do. There's nothing that out of this world that you have to do to be worthy of those things. You're worthy of your dreams, your desires, your wants, your needs just by existing. And just like other people can do it, so can you. If other people can have these things, why can't you? There's literally no reason why you can't. You're just as special as them. Like I said, the only difference between you and someone else is that they believe in themselves. So start fixing that, start changing that. Believe in yourself, be your number one fan, and realize that you can do this. And if you're having trouble with it, ask God for guidance. Ask your God to help you with that, to give you the courage you need to believe in yourself, to just to give you that guidance. Because it's not, I'm not trying to say a limiting belief here, but it's not going to be very easy at first. But yes, you can do it, and it'll get easier with time. And that's just how some things are at the end of the day. Like I said, if you don't think that way and you think it's easy, go for it. Do that, because I'm not going to don't let my limiting beliefs get in the way. But for me, for example, it's been a little bit difficult. And now I'm trying to do whatever I can to make it as easy for me as possible. Like I said, and for me, that's stopping my thoughts, my negative thoughts, and realizing, hey, I don't want to think that way anymore. Hey, I want to believe in myself. I believe that I'm worthy of those good things, of a good future. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. One last thing I want to talk about to wrap this video up is believing yourself even if no one else does. If you feel that other people are hesitant to your dreams, it's because you are hesitant. If you feel that other people don't believe in you, and especially if this is something you're passionate about, you are fired up about, ignore other people's negative energy, okay? The only person that needs to believe in you is you. That's it. You don't need other people to believe in you. You don't need other people to see your point of view. You don't need other people to understand where you're coming from. You don't need them to understand the business that you want to do. You only have to believe in yourself. Trust in yourself and trust God. Believe in yourself, believe in God, and that is all you need at the end of the day. No one else matters. Why does your parents' opinion matter of what you want to do? What does your partner's opinion matter of what you want to do? At the end of the day, they should be supporting you. I'm not saying their opinion doesn't matter, but they should be supporting you if this is something that you want to do, if this is something that will make you happy. So like I said, believe in yourself, and that's all you need at the end of the day. And with time, people will hop on that horse with you. Sometimes people, they aren't believers. They don't believe in those things, but that doesn't mean that you can't believe in yourself. Like I said, with time, they're going to hop on that bandwagon, and they're going to be trying to learn from you or be rooting for you. It just takes people some time. And if they never come around, why do you want their support in the first place? Believe in yourself, make yourself happy, trust in yourself, trust in God, believe in God, and that's all you need at the end of the day. Thank you so much for being here. I know my content is iffy, but I'm getting back into it, so give me time and patience, because sometimes that's all a person needs, okay? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!